So in this lecture, we're going to show you why these shoutouts are the fastest way for you to actually grow your Instagram account with high quality, relevant and targeted followers to your niche. So this is the golden ticket. And the golden ticket it's basically renting advertising space from other people's Instagram accounts. And why it's the golden ticket? Because it's so cheap and so undervalued. So for example, this is a Instagram account with 1.2 million followers. I can get my media, my face here in front of these 1.2 million people for a very, very low price, anywhere between $60 to about $300 to $400. I can get in front of 1.2 or potentially in front of 1.2 million followers. Now, if you don't have this sort of budget at all, if you don't have even $60 for this, that's totally fine. I'm going to show you how you can get it for free as well. But if you do have capital, and you should have a little bit of capital you want to invest in your growth, then this is exactly what you need to do step by step. So it's called a shout out or influencer marketing. And they're the most undervalued advertising in the world right now. One of the most. It's the cheapest and the most undervalued that I know. And I'm going to show you exactly why with this example. So you can see this Explorer account has 1.1 million followers. And for the sake of the math, we're going to pretend they have 1 million followers. Now, you can get in front of these 1 million followers, which means, they're not going to have a full 100% people see your video that you put out there. But say you get 200,000 views from being posted, being shouted out by this Explorer account. And then say from 200,000 views, less than 10% of those people, which is quite a low percentage, quite a pessimistic percentage in this example, 15,000 people then go and view your profile who had never heard of your business before, never heard of you. And now all of a sudden you have 15,000 people not only enjoy your content, but enjoy your content enough to come back to your Instagram account and want to find out more about you. Now, of these 15,000 people, remember we've set up a very high quality Instagram account that's going to have a very high conversion rate. And we are going to get 3,000 new followers from this one shout out instantly, overnight. Think of how that's going to boost your account. Think about how that is going to, if you can perfect this funnel and get this funnel to pay off at these rates, you can get $150 for 3,000 new followers. Think of the micro tests, how well you're going to excel in these micro tests with these new followers. Think of how many people are now engaging with your posts, so you can now be displayed in better hashtag galleries. And all these things, it really starts to snowball out of control when you can get boosted like this in these shoutouts like we did for our account. Now I'm going to show you exactly how to get this for free. Once again, at the end of this lecture, if this is not for you, the paid advertising. But basically what you have to understand is that there are 3 types of shoutouts. So we're going to go through the types of shoutouts you can have and you can buy from other people, or you can trade from other people. 1 is timed, 2 is permanent, and 3 is story. Now, this one here is a timed shout out. So you can see it's a very cool looking ad, and you can see why they get sales and they get attention, because it's basically a little blender that you can take with you wherever you want. And they've got really cool colors there. So it's called Handy Fusion, and Food Fully posted this ad on their Instagram account to their followers. It says, "Do you love fresh smoothies wherever you are? Handy Fusioner made it possible. The power of a kitchen blender in the size of a water bottle. Start fusioning now with their summer sale plus free worldwide shipping. Link in bio." And they link to this Handy Fusioner's account twice, you can see. So for a timed shout out, a page posts this advertising, such as this one, on their account and leaves it for 2 to 24 hours. So you're basically renting their space on their account for between 2 and 24 hours. And why you would do this over a permanent post is because people don't actually like keeping ads up on their account, because that looks a little bit spammy. So they like to delete these shoutouts after they post them. And you can be renting from 2 to 24 hours, which means it's a lot cheaper to actually rent the space than to fully buy a position on their page. So you can also buy a position on their page, and this is called a permanent shoutout, or where you buy that spot and they can never delete that. And this is going to cost a little bit more, but you can see this Example here, Billionaire Heaven, message Chris FX Trades, which is obviously Forex trading, in order to make money by trading with his group. Don't get stuck at a 9-to-5 job. He's been traveling and taking his work with him, and so can you. It's a very simple post that is a shout out that this guy has bought. And now this one won't go down because it's left up permanently, and it's going to cost a little bit more money than a timed shout out, but it's going to get more exposure and it's going to be there forever. Story posts are the third one. Now, since obvious what it is, it's just a shout out, but in the person's story and not on their actual page, which means it's going to naturally disappear. So you're renting after 24 hours, and it's going to have a higher engagement rate, obviously, because these stories, remember, get higher engagement than the actual posts. The other thing you need to know is you can actually get a combination of a story post and a page post at the same time, to really maximize the amount of people that you're reaching on that page. So there is a sneaky strategy you can actually use to get these for free. Now, they're not going to be as powerful unless you've got a really big account, but if you're just starting out, you want to do this. It's called share for share. And this is where you enter a mutual agreement with another account or with another page in order to share their content in response in an agreement. For you sharing their content, they will share your content back. So say you have 14,000 followers, German entrepreneurs, and you reach out to Millionaire Mindset, who have 18,000 followers, and say share for share, just S for S. You can just DM them and say, do you want to share for share or S for S? So they'll know what you're talking about. And then what you do is you basically share each other's content. You can see they've tagged them not only in the photo, but they've tagged them in the actual post. Make sure to go follow this other account. Is what they're saying. Go follow our friend is what Millionaire Mindset is saying, and they're recommending each other's accounts in their share for share agreement. You can reach out to accounts who are relatively similar in your size and actually get them to promote you for you promoting them. Now, the downside to this is you may lose a little bit of affinity with your audience because you're promoting someone else's stuff, and that's why I personally like to pay for these shout outs. In order to get, because they're really, really cheap and undervalued, remember, in order to get the best return on my investment and not actually hurt the affinity on my account.